The next part is doing it, your why, to the best of your ability. It is action. This is where you now have to put it into action. Doing it to the best of your ability, you have to do three things. You have to evaluate, you have to maybe educate, and you maybe have to relocate. Evaluate, educate, relocate. And the first thing is evaluate. So doing it to the best of your ability. In order to evaluate your position, you're going to have to think about your position mentally. Okay, so when you're evaluating these three areas, mental, you have to think about the way that you think. So if you want to be the president of South Africa and you're raising up the next generation in that position, what does your mindset need to be? What does your understanding need to be? And you need to evaluate yourself and go, I might be thinking the wrong way. I'm thinking too small. I'm thinking in the wrong direction. I'm very negative. So you have to think of your mental capacity. How are you thinking? Okay. Then you have to think about your physical. You want to be a fantastic soccer player, but how are you physically? You want to live a long life, but how are you physically? Do you physically need to change yourself as a person? And financially, how are you doing? We want to do these great and amazing things, but are your finances in a place that they need to be in order to achieve their goal? Or how's this? Your mindset, the way you think mentally towards finances. And finances play a major role in the way that we feel and think. I get caught up many times going, oh, there's no finances. No. Money is just a tool. Money is a tool that is required to achieve the goal of fulfilling your why to the best of your ability. And if finances is required, then maybe you need to go get a job. Maybe you need to work as a waiter. We don't know. You're not going to go steal, but maybe you need to create a proposal and you need people to invest. What is your position? Now, remember, we spoke about the ruler. We had that rules of engagement. You have zero, ground zero in the middle, minus to your left, and positive to your right. Mentally, how do you need to be thinking on that position you're going to be fulfilling? If you think you're going to be a CEO, do you have the mind of a CEO? That's in the middle of that rule of engagement. That is ground zero. Ground zero, how do you need to think? Ground zero, what does the condition of your body need to be? Financially, do you need less finances or do you have too much finances? And then sociably, you as a person, somebody was messaging me just now saying, I get this impression that people don't want to be around me. Well, my question is, do you want to be around you? If you were you, would you want to be around you? So sometimes socially, and that's why we do the interpersonal skills course, we need to know our dream is far too big and our vision is far too big to do it on your own. There's just no ways we're going to accomplish it. And you need to connect and interact with other people. And you need to have the right ground zero principles in place in your life to be able to connect with people sociably. And where do you need to be sociably in your family and in your community? What is your branding towards your public? You need to evaluate your position. You put it on that ruler. Ground zero is in the middle. What does it take mentally to think like that person? Let's see, like a CEO. If you're going to be a leader, a CEO of a company, are you thinking like one? Are you physically able to endure all the stress and pressures that you go through? Spiritually, are you in a good place that you're not going to mess up morally? Financially, are you earning or do you have the finances to be that CEO? And can you handle finances correctly? It's one thing having the finances. Am I really going to give you finances if you don't know how to use them and they're going to destroy you? And then sociably, as a CEO, do you know how to connect and treat people correctly? Makes us think, doesn't it?
The power of his dream brings you here. His man, Sean Carlard.